glad to have you with us from SB Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, home to the Old Dominion Monarchs. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Monarchs offense will have the opening possession of the game. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that dude.
No, and I don't think you have to all of a sudden panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook.
Breaks into the open. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Pulls and fires complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Monarchs come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Fights off a defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The play action fake. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. They'll send out the kicker here. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Georgia State Panthers offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And this offense comes up 1st down, tries to run the football, no answer. 2nd down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2 great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. After that last completion, it's second down. Johnson looking to throw. Scrambling away. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick six if you're on offense.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own There he goes. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Georgia State now has it in the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Snagged out of the air. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They are up by 7 over BYU. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quick release by the QB. Never seems to take the big hit. Finds enough room to get to the 29. Now on third down for this offense. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll run it from the gun. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Going for 6. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Monarchs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to do some business. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. They've got the screen set up. Made a defender miss. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Guys, Old Dominion has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll move the tight end. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Johnson looking to throw. Got room to work. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Looking to fire. He fires a bullet to the right. Touchdown, ODU! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Off the boot, looking for his man. He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. He'll do it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. Let's talk for just a minute about Old Dominion. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And the Monarchs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Johnson looking to throw. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Backed up now, here's second and long. To the ground with the back.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. The Monarchs look to keep this drive humming. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Monarchs! And they take it in for 6 more points. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over BYU.
Looking to throw on first down.
We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got his man on the right. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. They'll snap this one from the 30 on first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Nice move there. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. A promising start to this drive. They've moved the chains a couple of times. Now they've got it first down at the 41. They'll run the screen. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. Now it's first and 10 from the 46-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Fakes the grab on the left. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Punts it out of the air. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Offense picking up steam. First and 10 from the 31. To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Back to pass. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's good.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Haynes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Johnson wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. That should be the final play of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Norfolk. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Ballard Stadium.
And the Monarchs will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Fires to the right. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. Fair catch called for and made. So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Johnson looking to throw. He's got his man.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Monarchs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Running back searching for a hole. Turning it on. Bounced off his feet. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. He'll keep it himself. Oh, what a move. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The give to the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Monarchs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've been able to control the ball. This is the 7th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
Man, great zone coverage in the back end by this defense. A lot of eyeballs on the quarterback. Great job. The ball comes out, and you can see, Jesse, that defensive secondary on a string, break on the football, and they go force the INT.
And that's what this defense wants to do. They want to win 1st and 2nd down, bring their dime personnel on the field 3rd and long, play that zone defense. There's nowhere for you to throw the football, and they get a critical takeaway.
Nice move to pick up yardage. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Monarchs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on 3rd down. Surging forward on the sneak. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Monarchs will snap it on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Johnson wants to throw it. Under fire. Touchdown, ODU. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Houston is currently working from behind. But how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by just 4 to BYU. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Handoff from the gun. Finding an escape route. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. And the Panthers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll send the tight end in motion. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half, and it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Robinson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's a heat. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. The Monarchs line up to punt it away. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Pulls and fires complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Right back to the well. Plows through the defense. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's a draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Bringing the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Each play has a life and history of its own. And you want to talk about two opposite plays. Offense grabs momentum, defense takes it back.
And the game's always like that, isn't it? It's back and forth. Sometimes they get you, sometimes you get them. Nice job by the defense being ready for the next play. Don't worry about the play before where you gave up some yards. Nice job answering and getting the tackle for a loss with the sack.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Unloads to the right. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Under fire. Fires downfield. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. They'll try the run. Just ran him over.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. And the Monarchs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The give to the back. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Monarchs with the 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They'll leave it with him. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. The Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll throw on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Hard running there. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Finds a little space. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the right. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes the easy one to the back. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Panthers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now the play fake. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll go to the ground. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Pressure coming. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick.